take away his or her bobby pin. And then at the end of that school day, who has the fewest bobby pins, okay, that person has to be punished. For example, you can let them do some strange acts or something like that, okay? It's up to you. You can always decide that kind of penalty. But that kind of loser will have to be penalized, okay? It's for your reference, okay? Maybe I will ask my students, I always ask my students to do some interesting acts, or ask them to draw some paintings or to draw something on the loser's face, okay? But it's only for fun. It's somehow that can be washable, so don't worry, okay? Because I'm always a class clown, so I always like to do something exciting and intriguing. If you're afraid of being sued, don't do this, okay? Because I'm not afraid of being sued, okay? Thank you. And then personal and a group project, okay? For example, because they are from the PE talented class, I'll ask them to do their group project for their soccer and track and field and martial arts and dancing, right? And they are supposed to speak in English for 1 to 2 minutes. They are supposed to use PowerPoint or posters to introduce the history of soccer, track and field, martial arts and dancing, and the rules of soccer, track and field, and martial and dancing, and also related sports celebrities, okay? I often ask them to do that, okay? And I will record that. I often record that, okay? And then, okay, that's about personal and also group project. Oh, by the way, for the group project, I often do something like this. I ask them to create their songs. Some people who have heard my speech before may notice that. I ask my students to create the songs together, but that should be an English song. And then later, I ask them to train their English speaking by singing the song out loud. This is the song I created with my students. A couple's pillow. A couple's pillow without you, I will be cold. A big quilt without you, I will be cold. You are my spring in my life, also a part of my soul. But they are supposed to be, and then because I created this song with them, so I often include some SAT vocabulary like brave, delighted, ease your burden, the phrases they learned from their textbooks, okay? Take the place off, right? I have created 3 songs like Lovely Cha-Cha, and also My Wife, Gay Out, and also this one. With them. So they love to sing it because it's very catchy. So they can train their English, their English speaking on this one, for example. One day when we are old, have no kids around, we will sit on the bench together, and we will be bragging about the younger days. Brag about. This is from the high school textbook, right? So they learn that because it's very catchy, okay? So this is for your reference. Recently, I've been working on that song like Unforgettable Love, right? Or Endless Love, 心不了情, something like that. It's very difficult. That song is really difficult, okay? But it can help them to train their English, speaking. Sorry. And also classroom English. Okay, so sorry. First one, they have to do their group project. Second, they are supposed to do their personal project, and then I use that song as an example, and then ask them to create their personal project and then to sing that song out loud. For example, there is a group or there is a person who creates an English version of a nursery rhyme or a children's song. For example, there are 2 tigers, they run fast, One doesn't have 2 eyes, one doesn't have a tail. How strange it is. Something like that, okay? Something like that. But I love it, okay? But they have to sing. It is about their speaking, but they cannot look at their lines, okay? Children's song, okay? Don't forget children's song. Nursery rhyme, okay? For example, 妹妹背着洋娃娃. Something you can also create something like that, right? Okay. The little girl is walking into the garden. Something like that. Okay? It's up to you. And then daily. Okay. And also the next one, classroom English. I often like, do you see, even though they are low achievers, I also use a lot of English in the classroom. 对不对？老师讲中文 I said, no, I don't want to speak Chinese. For example, open your book to page 228. Open your book to page 228. Remember, they are low achievers. They are easily distracted. They have problems processing the information. So sometimes they will do nothing and idle around and talk to each other. I said, open your book to page 228. And I said that, I may say that, for example, 10 times. And then, okay, open your book to 228. Open your book to page 228. Open your book to page 228. Open your book to page 228. And then when I say that, for example, the 10th time, everyone can say, open your book to page 228. So somehow, I don't know. And then I say, okay, please stand up. Please stand up. Okay, please. Okay, look at me. Lend me your ear. Lend me your ear. Lend me your ear. I always speak this kind of classroom English all the time. And they can often follow me. Right now I can say, okay, now let's take a look at translation. In my first year, they didn't know what is translation. And I said, okay, now let's take a look at translation. They will know what is translation. And then in the first year, they didn't know what is translation. Actually, at that time, I didn't want to use Chinese. And we have got some high achievers in my class. And they will say, 翻译啦, 翻译啦, 加啦, 加啦, something like that, okay? Okay, understand something like this, okay? So this is for your reference. Use as much classroom English as possible. When you see them on campus, you still have to use classroom English. Hi! Yeah, they don't, for example, some people, because my students are very close to me, and they always want to borrow the chopsticks from me. I don't know why. Because they don't want to bring their recyclable chopsticks, and then they will, once they step into my English teacher's lounge, and they will step in, 老师我要筷子. I said, sorry, I couldn't understand what you're talking about. And then that girl or that boy might say something like, I am 筷子. I said, no, you are not 筷子. You want, what you want or you like, chopsticks. Okay, say that again. Okay, I want chopsticks. Okay, good. Okay, let me give you the chopsticks. You may think, oh, Joe, you're crazy, but I still want to train their English. Understand? But it really takes a lot of hard work. Okay, but you have to let them know some English. They say, 老师, I'm very pretty and beautiful. And then you can say, oh, yes, you're wonderful. And say, 老师 wonderful 什么意思? Wonderful means pretty, beautiful, good. And it's like, oh yeah, I understand. So this is about classroom English. They can also use, you see my student, okay, I have to let you know. In my classrooms, 50% of my students get 1 point on their VCT out of 60 points. And 20% of them get more than 10 points. And then the rest 10 points, the rest 10% of my students may get more than 20 or 30. Okay, nobody gets the points like more than 50 or 40. I forgot. Okay, actually forgot about something like that. Okay, so my students can do that. What about you? What about your students? Okay. And also, talk with your English teacher, yeah. But if you don't have enough time, you shouldn't do this because it's very time consuming, okay? This is about topics for your talk with Joe. For example, I may talk about, okay, please, I may do this kind of activity only, maybe do this kind of activities maybe twice in one semester. Because it's really time consuming and it's really, really difficult and it's really hard for you because you're only an English teacher. You don't have so many kinds of people to help you out. You understand? You're the only English teacher in that classroom. Understand? So you can only do this once or twice. I will ask them to come to me and then talk to me for 1 minute or so. Please choose your favorite city in Taiwan in the world. Okay. I will explain that, so don't worry. relevant to history, population, interesting facts,